Hello and welcome to my shop and home. Well, the other day, my wife, Carolyn Sue, of 56 years, asked me to make her a bird feeder because we couldn't find one she liked anywhere. We went like 3 or 4 different places. So I got on the internet and I looked at how several other people did it, and there's the end result. Stay tuned, I'm going to show you how I made this thing. Well, morning. This is a big piece of cedar I got here. My wife wants a bird feeder. So I looked it up and seen how a couple of them were made. So I told her I'd make her one. This piece looks pretty rough. I'm going to have to get it down around to see what it looks like inside. I think it'll be all right. The end looks okay. Few little cracks here, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some of these limbs off before I put it between centers and see if I can round it. It's got some pretty heavy, some pretty nasty looking knots here and here. They might be a little difficult. When I start to turn them, they'll come off. Beaver will get them. So I'm just going to try to get these big ones out of my way right here. I don't know if I have any luck with it or not. Maybe get the saw. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get the saw here, my friends. Get my little electric dude out right here. So I guess the first thing to do is see if I can't find a center of sorts. Okay. Okay. Ooh. That was nothing, girls. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that off. So I'll be back when I get that done. That's just too much beating. Alright, that's what good band saws do for you. Big band saws. So we're going to try it again. It's not as well balanced now as it was. See how it does? So it's right in here, in here. Those ought to come off fairly easy. We'll see. So I got her back up there nice and tight. And whirl it up, see what we got. And here's as balanced as it was. 377. That was tight. Old knots is hard to work with. They won't come on over here and get this one while I'm got it set up like this. Well, it's a solid piece of wood, my friends. So I'm gonna work this area right here a little bit. Then I can move my wrist in a little bit, and then I come down here and get this knot. Holy catfish, guys. It is, you know, Caesar ain't really hard, but that's hard. Goodness, I don't think I got any other tools in my arsenal that'll do this job. Probably should have took the big chainsaw and cleaned it up a little better. Should have, would have, whatever, you know how that goes. Still pretty bad out of balance, but that's just the way it goes. Okay. Let's whirl it up. Woo! I don't like much. 1,000. All right, guys. That is one round cedar log. It is 18 inches long, 18 by 8. And that's it for today. Good morning, guys, folks, peoples, whatever. Well, I'm out here again. Came out this morning and it really sort of surprised me that had as many cracks in this as it has, but I went ahead and CA'd all the cracks hoping it'd hold together. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But I have a plan. I finally got a plan. So, you know, I got it round and now I got a plan. All right, here's the plan. All right. You see this thing? This was the top to my wife's all-time favorite bird feeder. She probably had it out there for 15 years or so until the bottom gave out. I skipped this because I thought it'd make a hell of a funnel, which, you know, you can see that it would. But I decided that I'm going to use this. And the way I'm going to do it, I find my pin right here. is I'm going to leave, this is 8 inches, I'm going to leave that at 8 inches, and then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to have the base at 5 inches. Let me get my lines right, there you are. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to leave that at 8, because I'll take an angle of that so it'll fit under there real well. And then the base will be at 5, so I'm going to come like this, sort of like a little curve in the center down to 5. I'm going to leave this pretty straight right here, because what I'm going to do when I get this down to 5, I'll take a bandsaw and cut it off right there. And then I'm going to put the other end in my brand new spick and span, never used cold jaws that my wife got me for Christmas. And I'll just make sure this end is squared up before I put a faceplate on it. And I'll flip it back around and we'll commence to hollow it out. So that's the plan, my friends. I did have one comment. I thought, I told you one time I'd share some comments with you if I thought they were worth sharing. This one I thought was interesting. Now this guy was viewing my older video when I said how to fix punky wood. Now I'm sort of thinking he don't know what punky wood is, because his comment was like, called me a friend. I don't know his name. I could look it up, but I wouldn't tell you if I did. But anyway, he said, well, if you use traditional tools, you wouldn't have that problem. And I'm sitting there saying, well, like I told you, I don't think he knows anything about punky wood. He said carbides, scraping carbides, they tear it out and all kinds of stuff. So he's obviously a traditional person, which I used to be. I got no problem with that. And I still am sometimes. I can use traditional tools as well as, most anybody. I just prefer carbides because look at here now, you saw me rough this out, how rough and beat up it was. Well, it's probably been 5 bowls since I sharpened this. If I had been using gouges, I probably would have been over to grinder at least 3 times doing this. So, there's a reason. And I told him, I said, when I rough out something, I really don't care what it looks like until I'm ready to shape it, and then I cleaned it up. I mean, look at this right here. This was a case of just using the side of the Beaver, nothing else. And honest to God, guys, and I wasn't even trying to do it real neat. It don't even hardly need sanding. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's all I can say. So that's what I told him. That was nice. Like I told you before, being a smart, only demonstrates your character, not his. So it just doesn't pay to get smart with people. All right, so much for that little bit of wisdom. Turn it on. Let's see where we are on this potentiometer. What are we going to do now? Okay, I'm just going to start by sort of dishing it out. I got some pretty hard knots right there. They're going to probably cause me a little bounce. I'll imagine we'll live through it. So I'll get my face shield here. I got my gloves on, got my Beaver ready, and double check this right here, loosen that, and give this a little tight, okay. Tighten that back up, that ought to be good to go. And then we'll whirl it up, get it on forward. Works better that way. Now I should be able to hit this at about $1 grand. I've got the belt on that maxes out at $1 grand. That's usually about my favorite turning speed. Looking good. A little bounce right at 800. All right. There we are, 1001. Time to whirl it up. Time to shortcut it. I gotta back up on that a little bit. I'll catch it in a few minutes. My face mask needs cleaning. Gotta go in there and spray a little bit of Dawn and water on it. Dry it off, and I'll be back. Yeah, seeing is a great benefit to wood turners. All right, we're going to try this again. Okay. Put this little magic stuff in there. And put a little bit of this magic stuff in there. A bit more. And put some more of this stuff. Be generous with it, it's only money. So we got more. It's not too bad. Gotta stop a minute. The super glue smell's getting to me. Gotta let it dissipate a little bit. Whoa, Betsy. Yo. Well, we're getting worse and worse, guys. Goodness. All right, I'm gonna get this cleaned up here. May have to do a little more CAing. I don't know yet. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and smoothed out and shear cut. And might even do a little sanding before I cut. We'll just have to see how it goes. All right, whirl it up. Holy catfish, Leroy. I'm going to try to do a little bit of shear cut here and then maybe a little sanding, and then I'll take this off and take over the bandsaw and cut it off. The reason I sort of hesitated there, I didn't like my hand being too close to that. Well, that looks all right. That'd be all right. And give it some little character there. We like character. Okay. That's all it is to it. Do a little sand in here. Maybe put a little sealer on it. Let it be soaking in. Let's put this stuff on and see how it looks. We can always do it later. Oh, look at that deep color. Goodness, isn't that pretty? I'm gonna love this. First round will raise the grain somewhat. Before you get done to put your final on it, you need to sand it with 320 again. So I'm going to give that about 5 minutes to set up. And I'm going to put another coat in, we'll take it off and go cut it. And we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I've got it cut off, and this end square, pretty good. Unfortunately, I got these jaws on that old wobbling chuck. It ain't gonna matter that much, I don't believe. So basically all I want to do here was to get couple of these started so I would have my alignment right. There you go. Okay. But what I'm going to do now is I want to pull this out of the way if I can. I'm going to put it where it'll fit right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to taper the wood to fit inside here so it fits flush. And then I'm going to put a peg on each side. All right, let's see what we got now. Ooh, Betsy. Yeah. Heavy banjo. All right, let's see. Oh, damn. You'd think I measured that, wouldn't you? That's just almost beautiful. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a dowel pin, and I'm going to make it, fairly long, about that long. I'm going to put, one on each side. I think I'm going to go ahead and utilize that crack right there. Maybe it'll stabilize it a little bit. So let me find this right size drill bit, and we'll do that. Then I'll cut them off to length, and then we'll see about drilling some holes. I got a feeling I may have to, put something around the hole on this, because I'm afraid it might want to crack on me. So let me find the right drill bit. All right, that's what it's going to look like, but I'm not going to glue them in yet, and I'm going to wait till I get this hollowed out, because if I glued them in now, you know what would happen. I'd end up hitting them with a tool and busting them off or hurting myself or something. So, after I get it hollowed out and sanded, and then I'll put them in and seal it. That's dull. I'm going to have to rotate it or sharpen it or something. I've been 10 bowls since I've done anything with it. All right. All these trials and tribulations, I'm probably doing what I should have done in the first place. I put my steady rest on it. That's going to allow me to give a beaver there and do some serious whittling. I made this, golly, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And I had used it a couple of times. Had to modify it when I went from the Harbor Freight to this one, because it's a much bigger lathe, going from a 12-inch swing to a 24-inch. So, let's roll it. Started doing this by feel, because I can't see in there even with the lights. I think just clean it up a little bit. It's got a knot in there, and that's what all that bouncing was about. Yeah, I think just a little bit of cleaning in there, and it'll be about as good as I'm gonna get it. There you go, that gives you a better idea. And all right, the way I got this other end out, basically was I just took a drill in a circle and just drilled a whole bunch of holes, and then I chiseled it out, making the feed ports, as I call them. This is some type of grinder. It's really made from metal, but it really cuts wood good, so I just made 4 of them like that. So, you know, it will sit like, let me just get this stuff out of the way here. It's going to sit something like this. I got to build a base next, and that's going to sit there like that. And the base is going to come out here. There's plenty of room for birds to get in. I think it'll work. Normally, why not? All right, I took the other half of that cedar left over and cut it in half, and it's on the length of the glue block. And now I'm going to drill a hole all the way through it, and that'll be for the hanging rope. And then I'll start to shape this. I think I'm going to try to go with square corners on it. But you never know. You just never know. This cedar's pretty brittle. It's subject to break off pretty easy. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, this is the base. I'm going to start off. You know, put a hole in the center for the rope or whatever. And I'm going to make a cone in the center, and that cone will fit into here. And the idea is, you know, it's going to force the bird feed to, you know, do like this when it hits a cone rather than just pile up in the center. It will always be forced into the edges. So let's get rolling and see what we got here. Alright, I'm going to come on this side now and see if I can whittle it out this way. Sort of thinking maybe I ought to treat this a little bit before I do that, because it's pretty bad right there and it's subject to go flying on me. So it's probably a good idea to treat it. Alright, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing back here, but all I'm going to do is taper this bottom this way. The bottom's pretty rough, and it doesn't really matter that much. I'm just going to come in here with the round cutter and clean it up and bring it to about halfway, about right there, just to give it a little better look to it. So let's whirl it up and see what we got. All right, here's your base right here. Looks like a sombrero, doesn't it? And I got sealer on this one. It looks so wet. Let it dry a little bit, and I'm gonna get some epoxy, and I'll glue the top down to right here. All right, I got like 5 coats of sealer on it, and now I'm just spraying it with poly. I had several people ask me the next time I use poly they want to see how I do it. So here's what I use right here. It's Rust-Oleum. It's clear gloss. I like this 2X. It will run, but it doesn't run bad. So anyway, what you do is you make sure you're like 8 or 10 inches away, and you give it this kind of deal here. You walk around doing like that. The first coat you just want to mist it, and that forms like what they call a tack coat. And then the next coat you can put on a little heavier. There you go. That's all there is to it, my friends. All right, it's all sprayed now. You're waiting for it to dry. And I got to string my line through it for hanging, put the top on it, and take it to Mama. I'll take some stills before I close it out.